Online forum website Reddit is set to start trading today on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol RDDT. It priced its IPO at $34 a share. That was the high end of its range. Joining us now, Hope King, Axios business reporter. Hope, just the macro environment, there's risk on everywhere. We're jonesing for any IPO. There hasn't been a social media IPO in I don't know how long, years. So people are excited about this. High end of the range. It's not valued at $10 billion anymore, but for a non-profitable company, I don't mean non-profit. I mean a company that doesn't make a profit. $6.5 billion. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think jonesing is the right word here. People are excited because it's social media, because it's also AI adjacent. It is one of the first companies that will come to market that will be impacted. Its value will be impacted, for better or worse, by AI. So I think a lot of media companies should be paying attention to this IPO and for the company going forward. Every quarter, they'll talk about how much they're going to bring in with data licensing, with how much these LLMs are siphoning off that data, that may be siphoning off users. Media companies that are looking to strike deals similarly will, I think, be, again, paying really close attention. And then, as you mentioned, like the macro environment changing now, maybe with rate cuts, maybe this is the year. We had a really slow year last year for IPO, so there's a lot of reason today to be paying attention to this. And of course, there's going to be the memes. I mean, I spent the last 3 hours on the train back from DC just reading Wall Street Bets, and it is the only thing people are talking about on there right now is, do you buy the stock? Do you short it later on? What are people feeling? And this is, of course, the platform that birthed the meme stock revolution anyway, about 3 years ago now. AI
adjacent, I'm going to start using that. But okay, so it could be next door. What if it's on the same block as an AI, or in the same neighborhood, same town? I mean, how far? I guess eventually we're going to, you won't even have to be that close to be AI adjacent. What about, is it meme stock 2.0? Is it now going to be the way that all these people that also have been jonesing for a GameStop, they're going to use this?
I mean, I think, again, this is a reflection of the meme stock. And to your point, right, like I'm also thinking about it as the meme stock kind of 2.0, simply because this is, again, the platform where Wall Street Bets came together and poured into AMC and GME, and you had Robinhood, the fiasco there, and the tension between Wall Street and Main Street investors. And then to your question about AI adjacent, I mean, again, like we have the NVIDIAs of the world, we have the chip makers, we have the manufacturers of all of the hardware that we need to power AI, and then we've got the Googles, the Microsofts, OpenAI. Those are the large language models that are powering the euphoria here, some of the hype. And then, everybody else will in some way be impacted. And again, Reddit, is it in the same neighborhood? Yeah, I mean, we're in the same universe, right? Talking about what companies could be impacted by AI. And again, this is a company that is already striking deals, according to reports, to the tune of some $60 million a year for access to their users. And I think that is, again, a really important, part of their business to watch, because if you look at what, again, news businesses are looking at, I mean, it's inevitable that AI is coming for them. So you have to work with them somehow, or you develop them on your own. But the risk there is that, again, you might be taking users away. And who cares about that? Well, your advertisers care. So there's that risk of cannibalizing your core business. And Reddit's case, for example, where if you have LLMs doing a really good job of surfacing Reddit content somewhere else, why would anybody come back to Reddit? Why would anybody who's already paying for Reddit's API access continue to do that? And I think, that's the challenge going forward. And then we haven't even really talked about the regulatory questions that are already coming into play with all the other big players that I mentioned, and the probe already from the FTC into Reddit, and whether these deals will have to change, in the future.
Wow. 34. We'll watch it. Astra went up 75%. Be fun to watch today, Hope. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Where's it going to open, Hope? Let's do Price is Right. You can't go over. You can't go over. You're not going to do that for me?
I'm not playing that game, but we could play the time game of when it might go, right? I mean, I was on the floor when Uber went public at the New York Stock Exchange, and we were waiting till I think, way past lunchtime for that stock. And they had a similar structure where they allowed some drivers to get directed share program. All
right. You're not going to do it. Okay.
Eat breakfast.
Smart. All right. Thanks, Hope.